Hello students, now I am going to discuss Cambridge A-Level Chemistry May-June 2023 paper 12 MCQ paper question 21 to 40. Let's move. Number 21, solutions P and Q contain a different group 2 ion at same concentration, different group 2 ion. One contains magnesium ion and other contain barium ion, group 2 cation. One is magnesium 2 plus, other is barium 2 plus. Tests are carried out on separate 5 cm cube samples of P and Q. Test 1, add 1 cm cube 0.1 mole per dm cube sodium sulfate. Test 2, 1 cm cube 0.1 mole per dm cube sodium hydroxide. Two tests are carried out. What are the results of this test? Result in test 1, B is the right answer. More precipitate with barium ion. Test 1, magnesium reacts with sodium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, white precipitate is formed, and barium ion reacts with sulfate to form barium sulfate. And you know, group 2 sulfate solubility decreases down the group, so more barium sulfate will be produced. Why more barium sulfate will be produced? Because barium sulfate is less soluble. Group 2 sulfate solubility decreases down the group. Barium sulfate less soluble, so this precipitate will be more. Now this test 2, reaction with sodium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide white precipitate will form, and barium hydroxide is soluble. Barium hydroxide soluble, so more precipitate with magnesium ion. Because magnesium hydroxide is insoluble but barium hydroxide is soluble, so magnesium hydroxide will give more precipitate. And you know, group 2 hydroxide down the group solubility increases. Magnesium hydroxide is insoluble, barium hydroxide is soluble, so barium hydroxide no precipitate, but magnesium hydroxide give precipitate. B is the right answer. Now number 22, Z dissolves in water to give an aqueous solution K. K gives a dense white precipitate when silver nitrate is added. White precipitate means silver nitrate is silver chloride is white precipitate, so this contain chloride ion or C, A or C is the right answer. Then second part, when heated with aqueous potassium hydroxide alkali, K gives off a gas that turns moist universal indicator paper blue. So ammonium compound, if you add potassium hydroxide alkali, ammonia gas, alkaline gas will be produced. Ammonia gas is alkaline, which turns universal indicator paper blue. So answer is the A is the right answer. Silver nitrate reacts with chloride ion to form silver chloride white precipitate, and ammonium ion reacts with potassium hydroxide to produce alkaline gas ammonia, which turns universal indicator paper blue. Next, 23. Ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate are used as fertilizers. These salts have different percentage by mass of nitrogen. They have same effect as each other on the pH of the wet natural soil. Which row is correct? Which row is correct? Higher percentage of nitrogen by mass is ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate NH3 NH4 and NO3. So here 2 nitrogen, and effect on pH of the soil as decreases. As ammonium nitrate is acidic salt, so pH of the soil will be decreases. Higher percentage of nitrogen by mass, and ammonium sulfate, this formula will be NH4 2SO4. So ammonium sulfate will have greater molecular mass. So if you divide by more values, percentage of nitrogen will be less, but question is asking higher percentage. That's why this answer is ammonium nitrate. So relative molecular mass of ammonium nitrate is less, so if you divide by the less number, nitrogen percentage will be more. That's why answer is A. Now 24. The equation shows a reaction that occurs between carbon monoxide and nitrogen monoxide in a catalytic converter. Carbon monoxide harmful gas, nitrogen monoxide harmful gas. These two gas react to produce less harmful carbon dioxide and nitrogen gas. So which statement is correct? C. The reaction reduces the possibility of the formation of photochemical smoke as nitrogen oxide reduces, so nitrogen oxide, amount of nitrogen oxide decreases, so photochemical smoke will be decreases. That's why the reaction reduces the possibility of the formation of photochemical smoke. So C is the right answer. A is wrong. The catalyst is used in finely divided iron. This is wrong. The reaction prevents greenhouse gas emission into atmosphere. No. The reaction result in increased ozone depletion. No. Not increase, decrease. Because NO decreases, so depletion of ozone layer decreases, not increase. Now, which compound has the molecular formula C6H10O? So answer will be A. If you count 1 carbon, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon. Now hydrogen is 10. Here 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 3 hydrogen. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 10, 10 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So this is the answer is A. Then number 26. The general formula for a non-cyclic alcohol is CnH2n plus 1 OH. How many different structural isomers are there for n equal 3 and n equal 4? So if equal n equal 3, that will be propanol. So propanol has two isomers, one is propan 1-ol, other is propan 2-ol. So two isomers. If n equal 4, that will be butanol. Butanol has four isomers, 1 butanol, 2 butanol, 2 methyl propan 1-ol, 2 methyl propan 2-ol. So butanol has four isomers and propanol has two isomers. That's why answer is the B is the right answer. Now this 27. Compound X C5H10O3 has one chiral carbon atom per molecule. Compound X produces bubbles with sodium but not with sodium carbonate. That means X reacts with sodium, so it will be alcohol, but not with sodium carbonate. That means X is not acid. So which formula could represent compound X? So answer is B. Why? B contains alcohol group. Alcohol reacts with sodium to produce hydrogen gas, that means bubbles, and not with sodium carbonate, that means it is not acid. So C acid wrong, D also wrong. And B also has chiral center. This is the this carbon is chiral. You see this chiral center. CH2OH group, hydrogen, CH3, COOCH3. 4. B contains chiral carbon which contains different group. This center is chiral center or chiral carbon. Next, ethane reacts with an excess chlorine in presence of ultraviolet light to form a mixture of products. How many of these products contain two carbon atoms and one or more chlorine atom? This answer will be D, 9. 9 products can form which contains two carbon atoms and one or more chlorine atoms. This is the 9. First, one hydrogen is replaced by chlorine atom. Second, 2 hydrogen is replaced by 2 chlorine atom. 3 hydrogen replaced by 3 chlorine atom. This first 3. Then second, 4 hydrogen replaced by 4 chlorine atom, and this 5 hydrogen replaced by 5 chlorine atom. This 6 hydrogen replaced by 6 chlorine atom. 3 plus 3, 6 compounds. Then left hand side, ethane, CH3, CH3. Left hand carbon, 2 chlorine replaced, right hand 2 hydrogen replaced by chlorine atom, and right carbon 2 hydrogen is replaced by 2 chlorine atom, one compound. and second one, 2 hydrogen replaced by 2 chlorine atom, and right one, 1 hydrogen replaced by 1 chlorine atom. Third one, 2 hydrogen is replaced by 2 chlorine atom, 1 chlorine left, and 1 hydrogen is replaced by 1 chlorine atom. That means 2 hydrogen, 1 left hydrogen, 1 right hydrogen, 2 hydrogen is replaced by 2 chlorine atom. Now 29, when bromoethane means haloalkane reacts with hot ethanolic sodium hydroxide, a colorless gas is formed. This gas decolorizes aqueous bromine. That means alkene is produced. Bromoalkane, haloalkane reacts with ethanolic sodium hydroxide, alkene is produced. So bromoethane to carbon, so ethene will be produced, bromoethane to ethene. Then this ethene turns bromine water decolorizes. So answer will be C, ethene. Now then 30, alkynes. Alkynes mean carbon-carbon triple bond. Alkynes are hydrocarbon that contains one carbon-carbon triple bond. Like alkenes, alkynes take part in addition reaction. A saturated compound can be formed, alkane will be formed. For example, ethane reacts with an excess of hydrogen to form ethane. Propane C3H4 undergoes an addition reaction with an excess hydrogen bromide in two stages. Markovnikov's rule applies to the addition of hydrogen bromide at each stage. What is the main product obtained when propane reacts with an excess hydrogen bromide? So your answer will be D, 2,2-dibromopropane. 1, 2, 3. Number 2 carbon contains 2 bromine atom, so 2,2-dibromopropane will be the main product, major product. How? You see, this is propane, hydrogen bromide reacts. So first this carbon contains 1 hydrogen, this carbon contains no hydrogen. According to Markovnikov rule, so hydrogen will be added with this carbon, bromine will go to the middle carbon. This. Then when this 2-bromopropene when reacts with hydrogen bromide, right carbon contains 2 hydrogen, left carbon contains no hydrogen. So this hydrogen will be added to right hand carbon. Now you see, right carbon contains 3 hydrogen and bromine will go to the left carbon, means middle carbon. So you can write it CH3 CBr2 CH3, I mean 2,2-dibromopropane. So D will be the right answer, correct answer. Next, this 31, bromine reacts with alkenes by an electrophilic addition mechanism in which a cation is formed as an intermediate, which mixture will produce the most stable intermediate cation. This answer will be C. When methyl propene reacts with bromine, this 3 degree or tertiary carbonium is formed, which is most stable. How it is formed? You see, when methyl propene reacts with hydrogen bromide, methyl propene reacts with bromine Br2, then this bromine become negative ion, this bromine become positive ion. So this double bond gives electron to the to positive carbon, and this bromine is added with this carbon, middle carbon will be positive. So this positive carbon is attached to 3 alkyl group, methyl group. So this is tertiary or 3 degree carbonium ion, which is the most stable. Next, 32. Haloalkane reacts with hot ethanolic potassium cyanide. The reaction mechanism is either SN1 or SN2. Whose statement is correct? D is the correct. The SN2 mechanism involves a short-lived negatively charged transition state, and you know SN2, a transition state is formed which is negative. So D is the right answer. But A is wrong. Why? All secondary haloalkane react by a SN2 mechanism only. No, all secondary and primary. So this is wrong. B is wrong. Why? Both halogenoalkane and the cyanide ion are involved in the initial step of the SN1 mechanism. No, only halogenoalkane involved. So this is wrong. Chloroethane reacts with cyanide ion by an SN1 mechanism only. No, chloroethane reacts by SN2 mechanism, because chloroethane is a primary haloalkane. So D is the right answer. Next, 33. X, Y, Z are 3 isomeric alcohols. This primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, this is tertiary alcohol. So now separate samples of each alcohol are warmed with a mild oxidizing agent, and the result is noted. One of these alcohol, when dehydrated, will give a pair of cis trans isomers with molecular formula C5H10. Which row is correct? You are asking now. So C is the right answer. Reagent with mild oxidizing agent. So this is primary alcohol, so it will oxidize to aldehyde. Reacts with mild oxidizing agent. Also Y is a secondary alcohol, so it will goes to ketone. So X and Y only answer. But Z is the tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol does not oxidize. Then second part of the question gives cis trans isomers. So Y only gives cis trans isomers. Why? Because dehydrated. When Y dehydrated, this OH group butene will be formed. Butene, 2-butene will be formed, which can form 2 cis trans geometric isomers. One is cis butene, others will be transbutene, cis-butene, transbutene. So Y is only. And why X is wrong? X will give from but 1n. But will not give two geometric isomer. So Y only gives cis trans isomers. Next, 34. Compound Z gives a pale yellow precipitate with alkaline iodine, I mean iodoform test, which could be compound Z. And you know this is pentanetol, because pentanetol is a secondary alcohol. Secondary alcohol group CSOH, pentanetol. So the compound which has secondary alcohol group means CH3CSOH. That compound will give iodoform test. Pentanetol, this will not give this test. Pentanethiol has no this group CH3. Pentanethiol means CH3, CH2, CHOS. Pentanethiol, this CH2, CH3. So the compound which has this group only CH3 CSOS, I mean secondary alcohol group, that will gives yellow precipitate with alkaline iodine. So B is the right answer. C wrong. Why? Because C is not secondary alcohol group. C is secondary alcohol group, but it has no secondary alcohol group. CH3 CH2 CSOS, this group absent. And 2-methyl pentanetol, this is tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol does not give iodoform test. So B is the right answer. Next, the mechanism for the reaction between ethanol means aldehyde and hydrogen cyanide start with the step shown. This is nucleophilic addition reaction. So electron goes to O minus ion, oxygen will be negative, and cyanide ion will be added to positive carbon. Now you are asking what is the correct structure of the intermediate ion form and what is the next step in this mechanism. Now you see intermediate oxygen will be negative, so oxygen will be negative, and cyanide ion will be added to this carbon. So cyanide ion has been added to this carbon. Now next step, cyanide ion will takes electron, hydrogen become partially positive, and oxygen gives its lone pair electron to give delta plus hydrogen and to form alcohol OH group. So D is the right answer. But why C is wrong? Oxygen is positive, this is wrong. Why B is wrong? This cyanide ion, this wrong. Carbon nitrogen triple bond, not double bond, this is wrong. And here A also wrong, oxygen is positive. No, oxygen will be negative because oxygen takes electron. D is the right answer. Next, this 36, which compound reacts with 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine? That means aldehyde and ketone reacts with 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrazine but does not reacts with Tollens reagent. And you know, ketone does not react with tolerance reagent, aldehyde reacts with tolerance reagent, so that's compounds will be ketone. So this is B is wrong because aldehyde group present, it will react with tolerance reagent. C also wrong, aldehyde group. And 2,4-dinitrophenol hydrogen reacts with carbonyl compound, so A has carbonyl group. A reacts with 2,4-dinitrophenyl hydrogen but does not react with tolerance reagent because it is a carboxylic acid. So carboxylic acid and ketone does not react with tolerance reagent. Only aldehyde reacts with tolerance reagent. Now 37. Compound X has stereoisomers and forms a precipitate when warmed with failing solution. What could be the structure of the X? So failing solution reacts with aldehyde, so A is the right answer for first part, also D is the right answer. But why D is the fully correct answer? And compound X has stereoisomers, so it has chiral center. You see, D has here one chiral center. This also have one hydrogen. So this carbon contains here CH3 group, here CH2 group, here CHO group, here hydrogen, 4 different groups. So compound D will shows stereoisomers because it has a chiral center. This carbon is a chiral center, here one hydrogen have. Now compound A have no any chiral center and it has double bond stereoisomers, but this CH3, this CH3 same group, so it will not show geometric isomer. Next 38. Which reaction will form propanoic acid? Propanoic acid. C is the right answer. Acidic hydrolysis of propanenitrile. And you know, propanenitrile CN compound, nitrile compound means CN compound. If you acid hydrolysis means water in presence of acid H plus, CN group directly converted to carboxyl group. So propanoic acid, propanenitrile formula CH3 CH2 CN. This is the propanenitrile. 1, 2, 3 carbon. 3 carbon containing cyanide compound is known as propanenitrile. It will convert it to propanoic acid. CH3 CH2 COOH, propanoic acid. So now C is the right answer. Why A is wrong? Acidic hydrolysis of propyl ethanoic acid will form, not propanoic acid. And alkaline hydrolysis of ethyl propanoate, sodium salt of propanoic acid will be formed, so this is wrong. Ethane nitrile, it will be formed ethanoic acid, not propanoic acid. So only propanenitrile, if you do acidic hydrolysis, you will get propanoic acid. Now 39. Lactide is an intermediate in the manufacture of synthetic fiber. This is the lactide, star functional group. Which compound on heating with an acid catalyst can produce lactide? So this is, if you break down here, this will be alcohol group, OH group, and here COOH group. So this name will be 1, 2, 3, 2-hydroxypropanoic acid. 2-hydroxy, 1, 2, 3 carbon carboxylic acid, propanoic acid. Number 2 carbon contain OH group. So this 2-hydroxypropanoic acid will be the answer. Which compound on heating give an acid catalyst? With an acid catalyst give produce lactide. If 2-hydroxypropanoic acid, if you give heat acid hydrolysis, we will get lactide. So this is the, here OH is added, here carboxyl double bond and also OH, carboxyl group and alcohol group. This form, this lactide is a star. So this name will be 1, 2, 3 propanoic acid. Number 2 carbon contains 1 hydroxyl group. This name will be 2-hydroxypropanoic acid. C is the right answer. Now you see the diagram shows the relative abundance of different isotopes of lead in a sample of lead ore. The abundance of 208 is half that of 206 and the abundance of 208 and 209 are equal percentage abundance. Their relative atomic mass is given. What is the relative atomic mass of lead in the sample? So you know AR equal 206 times 50. Why? Because the abundance of 208 is half of 206, that of 206. So this abundance 50 times 206, then 208 times abundance 25, 209 times 25 divided by 100. Mass time percentage abundance divided by 100, then you will get the AR 207.25. That's why B is the right answer. Mass into percentage, you will take sum, then you divide by 100, you will get the AR. Thank you, dear students.